Oh, Well, this isn't really an ideal place to fall. I suppose there are worse places we could have fallen, but not many. Okay, lady, I know we got off on the wrong foot, but I gotta ask, why do you have a gem in your toilet? Not gonna answer that? Alright, I guess that's fair. Alright, so, bit of a rough landing in the Bog of Murk in that we fell into somebody's toilet. Could be a better situation, admittedly, but not too much time initially to talk about the area because we have a teensy to free and a new item to pick up. This is the final of Rayman's abilities, the Throttle Copter, and it's one I don't really care for too much because it's kind of like the Heavy Metal Fist. All it does is augments Rayman's flying ability so that you fly upwards, but also it has the shortest lasting time of any of his abilities, so yeah, I'm not big on it. Anyway, Bog of Murk itself, I really like this as an area because, well, first off, it looks cool, well, also gross, but it's just a really good looking area. I love how it's all set up. You might have also noticed that I've fallen into a pit a few times, but that hasn't hurt me. So, in the first two areas, there wasn't really any sort of death pit of any kind, and the platforming was all pretty lenient. They're changing that up now. Right in this first area, we have some much tighter platforming, and also some danger zone areas. It might initially seem difficult just because the platforms are so tiny. However, if you fall in the danger zone, you won't immediately get hits. It's only if you linger around that you'll get bit by those piranhas that are in the swamp. Also, you get a little musical sting whenever that happens, but I don't think I'm ever really in the muck long enough for you to really hear that. By the way, there's a creature up there called the Mappa. That thing is completely friendly, won't try to hurt you, and it's just soaring through the sky. And of course it gets the name Mappa from the fact that, well, its face is a hand. So anyway, yeah, first area, pretty good platforming. I like it. Not the best platforming, but I do think it's a good way to introduce that platforming is getting more dangerous. It looks intimidating, and if these were death pits, that would be bad level design, but since it's not, it's actually pretty good. Anyway, though, we do have a boss already. Look, I just want to pass through, alright? Okay, so, this is the Bog Witch, Begoniax? I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, super simple boss. That I believe is called, like, a love potion? Oh, shoot, what's it called? Notes. Yeah, it's... Yeah, Benyat's love potion, which turns people into frogs. We'll get into that in a moment. Anyway, if she hits you with that, you'll turn into a frog and you have to run away from her. If not, or if you hit her instead, she becomes a lot easier to hit and takes more damage. As long as she's not charging at you, you can hit her normally, but it's unlikely that you will, and you won't do much damage anyway. So, Begoniax. Wanna know why that's called the love potion? Well, this is from an in-game description. I don't think I ever read this myself as a kid, because I think it's under, like, character bios or whatever. It's a section in the extras I never looked at when I was younger, but this is in-game, by the way. So, Begoniax is a witch, and I quote, "She transforms all the males who reject her into toads." Okay, fair enough. This is something she loves doing. Alright, that's fine. Even if she sometimes admits she no longer knows what to do with all her tadpoles. So, yeah, Begoniax straight up fucks frogs. Remember, you can't say boobs, but in this rated E game, you can have a character who fucks frogs. That's totally a thing. Anyway, this is definitely someone's fetish, absolutely, 100%. I've seen enough of the internet and, like, 90s to early to mid 2000s cartoons to know that this is absolutely horny. Definitely, without a doubt. In case you wanted my expert opinion on this. Alright, so she's just gonna hide there. So I am going to raid the hell out of these gems. Don't know why she has them on the shelves, but mine now. Oh, and I got stuck on stuff, so I guess I won't be getting a combo score here, or a good one at least. Yep, because I keep screwing up. But anyway, yeah, that's fairly horny, and yeah, can't say boobs, but Begoniacs exists. Someone was definitely into that. Yeah, lady, I don't even know you, so nope. Absolutely not. Nope. I'm just gonna jump through this mirror, and now that you can't get to me, I'm kink-shaming you! Remember, kids, no one can stop you from kink-shaming as long as you jump through the mirror. Alright, so, now that we're out of that fairly uncomfortable situation, we're back to Hoodlums. Yep, of course they're hanging out in the Bog of Murk as well. They didn't seem to have really set up as much of a base as they did in Clearleaf, though. They're kind of just scouting out for Rayman and Glowbox out here. So, we're gonna give them, well, half of that at least. If you come to think of it, we only heard Glowbox from that mirror, and I'm not quite sure if that was actually Glowbox, or like, if it was Begoniacs imitating his voice or something. I mean, that first clip of someone saying Rayman was definitely Glowbox, but he doesn't seem like he can be seen anywhere around here. Okay, so that enemy, I don't know, it's hard to find that guy's name or connect his design with a name, but I think he is... I think that's a Hoodlock, I want to say. But yeah, basically, they're positioned in front of a pit you can push them into so they'll die. So just like charge or hit them rapidly and they'll go down, not too much of an issue. They can be tricky as we'll see later, but yeah, if they're not really set up in any special way, just get rid of them. Oh, and how could I possibly forget? You also had the... those are... where are those? Stumble Booms. For some reason I kept glancing over the names. I guess it's because autocorrect really wants to change that, so I just glanced over that for some reason. But anyway, yeah, those are Stumble Booms, which are like the Hood Booms, except, you know, on stilts. Their only weakness is being pushed over by a tornado into the swamp, so you'll always find a tornado power-up near them, because, you know, that's only good design. Hey, here's this enemy you can't kill. Good luck, chump. So this is actually a really short section in that the exit is right over there. But of course, there's a very obvious secret down here. Oh, by the way, yeah, fall damage. I think this is the first time we're encountering that, but yeah, there's fall damage in this game, and that sucks. Thankfully, it doesn't occur too often, but still, I don't approve of it. I mean, I guess you do have the glide, so it's probably my fault, but I still don't like it. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying before, short section, not too much to say about it, but I don't know, I kind of like it as a set piece, despite how short it is. It's just a neat one. Good way to sort of introduce the Hoodlums into the Bog of Murk. Ah! We have this section as well. This part is not actually scripted. A few different things can happen there. I got like the worst option where nobody dies. The Hoodlums can win, or the Muddy Bogs, the dudes throwing the rocks, they can also kill the Hoodlums. Generally the Muddy... shoot. I keep having to look back at my notes. Generally the Muddy Bogs win, but I had quite a streak of the Hoodlum winning, or the Hood Blaster rather. But I did actually have to repeat this section a lot of times because I just kept screwing up.
I have to go to my modern jazz class.
Okay, I'm sorry, that just looks kinda goofy. Let me just throw my chain arms around. Yep, I don't even care. These things are connected by a chain, but let me tell you, they are off the chain. Alright, so quickly kill these guys over here, and get a free kill off the guy over here, because he's carrying a box. Got him. Alright, these only have red lumps, I believe, so they're not very useful. Would have been nice to continue my combo, but no. Alright, that guy aggroes pretty quickly, which is nice. He also gives you a power-up, so if you have the time, you might want to go grab that so you can increase your score a little bit more if you're into that. Oh man, I'm totally playing for points here. There is only one stage in the game where I kind of want to play for points, and I've already kind of gone over that just a tiny little bit. Oh, have we seen the other ability of the Vortex? It shrinks enemies, by the way. We're going to see that right here, and I don't know if we've encountered that just yet, actually. Most enemies just die in one hit to this, but yeah, that dude just shrinks. I think he's firing a little more slowly. I don't know. I can't really see any other sort of benefit to shrinking the enemy. Maybe his HP lowers? I've never actually figured that out, I don't think. So these guys keep sailing in. Of course, I'm sure you can figure out what that guy's going to drop, but it is going to be very important that he does so, because, well, not just that there's that grapple point right there, but more importantly, there is a secret out on that boat. Alright, this jump's a little bit tricky, and I'm probably going to land in the bog anyway. That's a little bit of a bad design. Well, actually, no, you could use the grapple point in order to get onto this boat, I guess. But anyway, more importantly, secret time! Oh yeah, you better believe that I am going to be getting a lot of points from this, and you definitely want Lockjaw coming here because, of course, it lasts the longest. You have plenty of time to pick up all these gems, so start the combo out there, and just, oh, look at that. Oh, 6,000 points from one secret area. That is nice. Anyway, I haven't really talked about this area in itself. It's another fairly short section, and I don't know, I like it. I think the main problem with the Bog of Murk is that it is so short, and I wouldn't say it's unremarkable. It's definitely getting to the point where platforming's getting a little more challenging, but it's doing so in a way that it feels a little more natural, or that it's not like spiking up in difficulty too much. Because as I have been saying, the muck does allow you some lenience if you fall into the pit, and you probably will. It's difficult to avoid it. But you are, able to get used to slightly trickier jumps that, you didn't really get used to in the first two areas. Fairy Council especially, of course. Ooh, 100%, very nice. There were a few more tricky jumps in Clearleaf, but nothing too major. A lot of it was just introducing most of the new powers, except, of course, for Throttle Rocket. Anyway, this beginning bit is very challenging because you don't have a lot of room to move on these leaves. The middle parts can interrupt you and block some shots, and also, this guy refuses to die! Look at him! No matter what I throw at him, he defends so easily! They sent some of their best guys out to this area for some reason. Anyway, once you kill him, grab that gem. That helps the combo a lot. Don't fall in the muck down there. Damaging as per usual. But yeah, that section's tough, because, for me at least, consistently, I cannot hit that guy for shit. He just blocks everything, and I don't know why that specific guy just refuses to die. That guy died very easily. There's also a tricky section coming up right here. I would not suggest doing what I do. Don't do it just yet. But don't do this, because that stopped me in midair. That kind of sucks. Thanks. Oh man, how wacky and random. Anyway, yeah, try to kill that enemy and grab this at the same time and lose points. Just so you can get some combo going. And this is extremely tricky because you have no room to move here. You're definitely going to want to mix it up with some jumps and try, to jump off to the side. It's risky, of course, but, better than getting shot, right? At least I think it is. Alright, so this is fairly simple. Just double back, and that's not the right way at all past me. Oh! This is slightly out of place, but I just remembered something about the Begoniacs fight. The Xbox version actually doesn't have a unique theme for her, which, of course, I didn't know until this playthrough, because when I was a kid I played the Xbox version, because that's what I had. So yeah, I didn't know that she had a unique theme. Anyway, yeah, several minutes after actually doing that fight, I finally discussed that, but you know what? It was more important to discuss just how goddamn horny the writer was there. You can't escape it. The 2000s horny. It's just... no. You aren't avoiding that, ever. Can't be done. Anyway, enough about that. Oh, that's weird. There's just a mansion in the middle of this bog. Who the hell would live out here, and also, why are the hoodlums trying to evade? Well, actually the answer to that would be very obvious, and also, nice shot there, buddy. You actually got me. But anyway, yeah, that should be obvious. As per usual, they're probably just trying to occupy some spots for their base. That being said, that person ain't opening their doors for them, no matter how many times they shoot, so let's just tear through their defense. They're all pretty easy to take down, though. Stumble booms do notice you pretty early on, and this guy is protected by stairs, so try jump attacking, otherwise, yeah, that happens. And once you kill those guys, the door's open. Huh, that's weird. Alright, well, thanks for letting me in, dude. Mysterious ghost, question mark? And then the music gets really creepy for some reason. Ah, well, I'm sure it's fine. I mean, the rich are obviously very hospitable people who we can trust, right? We'll be fine wandering onto their property.
Unlucky and unwise is he who risks entering my domain. Let's give him a warm welcome.
So say hello to Count Razoff. If that name sounds familiar, it's probably because you've read The Most Dangerous Game, in which the antagonist was named Zaroff. So, this level's a bit special in that Razoff has 3 methods of hunting you throughout the level. He can do this, in which case he'll enter a room, lock it, and then just try to shoot at you. Once you do enough damage, he'll start running away and throw mines as he tries to escape. Now, we're not going to chase him just yet, because there is one cage in this level, and it's right here. Do be wary of actually falling down, because then you probably won't be able to hit it since it's behind that clock, and it'll just make things more difficult, but we got it. And he won't really give us much outside of this emerald. This very valuable emerald in a stage that otherwise doesn't get you that many points, and oh, hey, how's it going? So this is the second method of him hunting you. He can just show up in the hallway. He also has these things imprisoned. Those are called uglies. Very rude name. And if you free them, they'll be thankful, and they will give you red looms, which, like points, are kinda rare in this stage. Ooh, and he's firing at me again. Huh. So yeah, this run was actually a little special in that normally he doesn't really find me in the hallways that often. So yeah, that's actually unusual. I was able to get a pretty good chunk of health off of him because of that. Because seriously, he keeps stopping to fire. He never does this for me, so I got super lucky here. Anyway, though, he does have a third method of attacking you, which we'll probably see if he gets away. Once he starts doing it, he'll usually do the third method. Then, next time... oh, yep, here we go. He will try to fire at you 3 times. Just hide behind something so he doesn't shoot you. But anyway, from this point onward, the pattern is basically he'll do this, so dodge 3 shots, and once you find him again, it'll be one of those where you encounter him in the room, and you just get to attack him. And then next time you find him, he'll do the thing where he's off screen again, which is a little bit annoying since you can't hit him. Ooh, and I want that, and not really my best course of action. Yep, there it goes. Yeah, just jump over the mines. They're really not too bad to dodge. They do home in on you slightly, but they're also very slow. Also, wow, yeah, he definitely rubber bands, by the way, just FYI, so you don't get a lot of free hits off of him. And I wouldn't really bother targeting him either, just because if you do that, you slow down. And if you want to keep pace with him, it's hard enough to do that normally. You won't be able to do that if he's, or if you're strafing. Well, okay then. So anyway, just like with Begoniacs, sorry, I keep forgetting how to pronounce that, Razov also has a fair bit of lore surrounding it, or, well, supplemental material. Let's try not to use lore too much. The internet already overuses that, even if it is a funny word. But anyway, yeah, so first things first, not only is he named after General Zaroff from The Most Dangerous Game, according to supplemental material, he's the son of a character named Zaroff, which I can only assume... Oh my god! Did you see that? He really rubber-banded. But anyway, yeah, I can only assume that means that The Most Dangerous Game is canon to the Rayman universe, and that the actual Zaroff from the story is the real father of this dweeb. Which, you know, it's a bit of a difference. A threatening rich dude who hunts people for pleasure and fun and whatnot, and excitement, etc. This is his son, some weird cartoony dork who lives in a bog. Oh, and by the way, the fact that he lives in a bog is also, that's also got a bit of backstory. Okay, I'm going to try to pronounce that name. I'm going to fail, but I'll try. He is part of the you know what? That's what annotations are for. I'll put that there. Plus, we're gonna finish him off anyway, so there he goes. So once you deplete his health, he'll fuck up and go to the basement. Yeah, you've been doing a great job so far. Anyway, the family he is a part of, actually has the tradition of going off to some place in the world, building like a mansion or something, and coming back to society once they have like some major prize or something like that. Which Razov does not, so he still lives in a mansion in a bog. So, before we move on with that, remember how the first boss sucked? Second boss also sucks. Razov has a wrecking ball now. Move before he hits you, because he will come out of nowhere from off-screen and hit you kind of unfairly. And also, hey Glowbox, how's it going? Haven't seen you or Andre this entire part. Well, of course we haven't seen Andre, but I've missed the two of them and their antics. And what do we get instead? Fetish Witch and this nerd. Anyway, yeah, this battle sucks because he will usually try to target you, but mostly it's just him going back and forth and making noises. I really don't like the arena because if he hits you, you'll probably go flying into a pit, and if he doesn't hit you, you might just send yourself into a pit. I don't like the pit is what I'm trying to say. You do get healing items from the Teensy you free from this area. He'll cause red lums to start being spawned. In addition, that Mappa over there, who will also help you up if you fall into the pits, will give you a heavy metal fist from time to time, which is how you do most of your damage. Once he swings towards you, you can hit him. Or you can fuck up, that also happens. And when you do that, he'll fall into the pit instead, and the Mappa will beat the crap out of him. It's fairly deserved. Okay, so you're going to want to stand on top of the heavy metal fist, because if you do that, he will, of course, destroy the power-up and the item beneath it, or the platform beneath it, rather. But if you keep it, he does lose his invincibility frames that he gets after he's done destroying it. So as long as you can keep it, you can sort of chain them together, because these things spawn based on how much damage you've done to Razov. That being said, I don't think one's going to spawn immediately after this, so oh well. Anyway, unfortunately we won't be seeing too much of hearing too much of Glowbox, because if you fall into the pit, he will say stuff. I think we're only going to be getting one quote here. But one of my favorite lines is something along the lines of like, oh, what is it? No, keep Rayman in jail, he's a bad person. He killed hoodlums, which is just hilarious. Please, keep Rayman in whole jail. Oh, fuck you, that's bullshit! Yeah, that can also happen. He can just fucking camp out a power-up, no problem there, you fucker. So anyway, yeah, even post-com that still pisses me off, because that was bullshit. He just fucking camped out the fucking power-up and destroyed it literally before I could possibly get there. Anyway, so I guess we'll finish up the backstory of Razov, since this is going to go on for a while because somebody decided to destroy my power-up. So he lives here in a bog because he hasn't caught anything good, and his father was Zarov. Now, Zarov has some connection to Rayman 1, actually, in that apparently the hunts he successful... Actually, what is it called? Like, I don't know hunting terms, but whatever he shot and killed, was a boss from Rayman 1, Space Mama, which is the best name, but also, like, yeah, there's a connection to Rayman 1. Apparently, Zarov captured a boss from that game? Sure, why not? Let's just connect the stories. But anyway, he does have a few more family members, both of which are named after other hunters in fiction. I believe Nimrod is his grandfather and Artemis is his grandmother, so there's that. Oh, and in addition, I believe in the original Most Dangerous game, Zarov was a general, but I think the movie version he was Count, and of course Razov's a Count here. And in addition, I think the last name, which I'm not even going to try to pronounce, is also from the movie version, so I guess they took a lot of inspiration from that. By the way, you can't kill Razov with the heavy metal fist because a cutscene has to play right... Oh, like that. You have the chain breaking. That's why I can't finish him off with him getting punched. Well, that's the end of that. Rest in pieces, idiot. You jerk. Oh, hey, it's Glowbox. Oh, of course he's still alive. Missed Glowbox, I didn't miss you. And you've been off the screen for like, what, 5 seconds? Oh, come on, don't hunt Glowbox. He's not even valuable as, like, a species. There's plenty of them. Oh, dear. Well, I guess if anybody's going to indulge Razov on his hunting fetish, it's her. But, look, lady, you can be kinky all you want, but, like, he's clearly not into it. So this is all kind of uncomfortable. So yeah, let's escape through the mirror and never speak of this again.